...1957, Eastern Shore, Maryland.
Come on. It will entice you. It will intrigue you. Full of suspense. Sunset Pier Carnival Park. Pay one price. Ride all the rides until sunrise. See all the spectacular sights from around the world. It's for only 1 week and 1 week only.
As a small child, I remember a certain part, how a man stood outside the gates yelling into the drive-by traffic. Many would pull in. Some would just think of it as a waste of time and money. But it always seemed to be that certain age group that wanted to go. I did. I loved cotton candy, the smell of deep-fried dough, and the popcorn. So delightful. But what I didn't know, there was others watching, not just me, but younger children, the ones who didn't know any better. There always seemed to be kids missing from these circus-type carnivals. No one was ever recovered, even when it was packed up until the next year. Then I seen it. It had bright yellow eyes, long arms, almost long enough to wrap me twice. I'm sure I may be just pushing it a bit, but the scariest thing was it had no pupils. Eyes were straight yellow and glowed like her hair was to match the tethered dress. It looked a bit outdated. I found it odd that no one else seen this. Something told me to stay away. It's some kind of trap. Then I see she wasn't looking at me. She was luring other children to her. The ones where moms and dads were not paying any attention to these easy targets whose child would get hurt at a carnival. They're designed to entertain children. I may have been 10 years old at the time, but I'm no fool. As I walked and I bumped into a large man in a clown suit.
Hi, little boy. Where's your mommy and daddy?
I hurried up and I turned and seen my mother not more than 5 feet away from me. "Mom!" I yelled. She turned and grabbed me by my hand and thanked the clown for finding me. I wasn't lost. Why is she thanking that man for?
Be careful, little man. Don't let the boogeyman get you.
Then he booped me in the nose. Yeah, kind of embarrassing. Oop. But the smile that the clown gave me chilled me from head to toe. There was something sinister. Look at his eyes with a bit of "I'll get you" look. Almost like a fisherman who had the big one and then lost it and looks, yeah, like that. Again. Then I seen her, the yellow-eyed girl. But this time, she looked normal, like everyone else. But she looked like she was only 9 years old. What I didn't get was why she was alone. I wanted to warn her about the clown, but didn't know how to tell her since she's so far away and she has no idea I see her. "Ma'am, you dropped this." As the clown picked up a stuffed puppy and handed it to my mother right away. I smacked it out of his hands. "It's not ours," I yelled. My mother turned and looked at the clown and me. "Thank you, but I'd rather not," with a stern voice to the clown. Wiping my forehead, I thought that she was going to yell at me and tell me that I was being rude. We walked, catching up to Dad. She explained about the strange clown following us and trying to give us gifts. Dad turned to me and kneeled to me. "Good job, son. Anyone ever bothers you, or your mother, make a big scene. Make sure everyone sees you. That way, no one could ever get you. Get me." What did he mean by that? I don't know why, but I saw that clown at least 5 more times that night. The look on his face was angrier than before, and the little girl just about the same thing 5 times as well. I asked my mother why people go to the carnival. She looked at me and said to forget their own problems, even if it's for a very short time. Some to get away from their past and face their demons. Your father and I met here back in 1937. We were very young. We went through the mirror maze, and I was supposed to watch over my little sister. She was 9 at the time, but she disappeared without a trace. She was last seen wearing an old white tethered dress, blonde hair. I'm thinking I might be going crazy at 10, but I thought I seen her. But it couldn't have been her. No way. No one ever seen her or heard anything about her again. Even though no evidence pointed to him, the clown was blamed for her vanishing, and it was thought that he killed her and buried her, so no one could ever find her. Oddly, that clown looked just like the one back then. I never knew I had an aunt who was taken, but that night 3 children vanished and never seen again. I would never be one of them. Now, many years later, I come to the same pier where the carnival once was, and see if there was any truth to what my mother told me. This place has been long run down, and doubt if anyone even was around. But I see her, the same little blonde girl. This time, she was looking at me to follow her. So I did. I found a large chest and a wagon. She stood and pointed at it. No words, just pointed. I slowly walked up to the chest and opened it. This old man came busting out. "Stop! What are you doing in my home?" "Your home?" I asked. "Yes, my home. I've lived here for the past part of 60 years. So what, you been here since 19... You've been here since the 1930s? You are that boy. Cop? Detective? Pissed? One, I'm no little boy. I'm a 47-year-old man. Get out. Leave now." "Okay. I'm leaving." Looking at the chest as I walk out, just to come back with the police, who opened the trunk in front of the old man, and its contents, the bones of children from the ages of 3 to 9 years old. Must have been at least 12 to 16 children in that trunk. Officer, I do believe that one of those children was my aunt. Check with my DNA. The old man looked at the 47-year-old real close. You. I know I should have did away with you those many years ago.
I hope you enjoyed the first for season 3 of After 8:10 p.m.